What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host Marshana Dahlia. So last night we got 90 Day Fiance the other way, season 3, episode 13, the finale. It has all played out. Nothing that I predicted so far came true. Well, a couple of things, but most of it I was completely wrong about. So there were 4 weddings last night, and one of them was a second wedding because Evelyn and Corey were already married, and she was very pained to have to publicly accept Corey as her husband in front of her family, which really brought me to the question, why did you marry him in the first place? What is your underlying reason? Because you actually don't like him. You don't pretend to like him. You don't want him around you. So to marry this man twice is just very confusing.
I'm definitely not Team Evelyn, but I do empathize with her. It's like she married somebody she doesn't like, she doesn't want to be with. I was so interested to hear what was she going to come up with in her vows to say to Corey. She didn't come up with too much, but I'm glad it's over and done with. I hope this is the last we see of this couple. I really don't even want to discuss them. Like, oh God, sorry, but it's like, enough already. They kicked us around. He's been kicked around by Evelyn for 7 years, and I guess he'll be kicked around for another 7 more.
Well, yeah, he made his bed. He has to lie in it. And Raul actually was not invited to the wedding. He did show up, and he actually was the only person that seemed to make Evelyn laugh at the wedding. He actually made her smile. And I don't know, the dynamic of this relationship is just odd. I've never been able to figure out what makes it tick, what makes it work, what makes them keep going. And I don't think we're ever going to figure it out because from the outside looking in, nobody can really just pinpoint why they're together, why she tolerates him, why he tolerates her. I don't know if we'll see them on another season of this show. I hope we don't. I don't really want to keep following them. But let's talk about another wedding that happened last night. So Steven and Alina got married. And Alina says getting married is a relief to her because she felt if she didn't marry Steven, he might start talking and communicating with girls again, which is a terrible, terrible reason to marry someone. If you think that tying him down with a piece of paper is going to change his character, you're not ready to even not be married, but not even be in a relationship because his character is his character regardless of who he's married to.
And I don't think that a marriage is a piece of paper either. I think it's a commitment, and it's something that you enter into with, level-headedness. If one of your motivating factors for getting married is to stop your spouse from talking to other people, then definitely don't get married because getting married is not going to stop these dudes. Getting married is not going to stop Steven. I don't even know what anyone sees in Steven, let alone Alina. Say that fast 3 times. Let alone Alina. It was like a tongue twister. This doesn't make sense. And if I were Alina's mother, oh God, there's no way my stay good daughter is gonna pick up and marry this absolute Looney Tune. He is such a Looney Tune, and he's heavily indoctrinated into a church, yet breaks rules when they're convenient for him. Like I don't see the allure of it. I don't get it. I never will. But she was a very beautiful bride. I like that she went with her traditional stuff. She's a gorgeous girl. And listen, Alina, you can marry him. You can also divorce him. Just don't make a baby with Steven, no matter what you do. There you go.
Yeah, take Evelyn's approach. No wedding is not subject to divorce. And that was kind of what got her through her wedding. So, Alina, always remember you are not bound to him forever. If he decides to talk to other girls, which he has already shown you that he does, leave. You deserve to be treated like a queen, and you do not have to settle. And I'm not sure why you're with him. And if you watch this, comment and tell me why exactly. I would love to hear your reasoning. So let's talk about Ariela last night. So Ariela has basically been, okay, so let's talk about what we saw. She was living in Ethiopia for 10 months. She went to New Jersey for 10 weeks. They lived in Kenya for 2 months. And now we've seen, and she's revealed her master plan. She wants to move Biniyam and Avi to New Jersey, which I think we've known all along. This was her master plan. We've known that she's incapable of living in a third world country, regardless of which country it is. It's not something that she can do on the long term. This was something that she was always temporary for her. And the way that she sprung in on Biniyam last night and he agreed without hesitation shows me that he's in on this plan, because for him to not even think twice about leaving his mother, his father, his family, his friends, his job, his cousins, his everything, shows me that he's been 100% in on this plan from the beginning.
I disagree. He said it in Amharic last night, and it's kind of hard if we're tweeting to read when he's speaking in Amharic, right? He said, I went along with it because I just don't want to argue. Like, Biniyam has been worn down by Ariela's manipulative, controlling, very emotionally abusive ways. And because he loves his son so much, and because he's already lost a child, he goes along with her shenanigans now. Because look what she did. She got down on her knees and told him that she would come back to Ethiopia, to now going to, I am so victimized by what happened in Ethiopia while I was gone, and what a fool he made me look like, that I can't go back to Ethiopia. No, it's not me lying. It's not me breaking my word. No, it's Biniyam and all the things that he's done. Guaranteed nobody said anything. Guaranteed nothing was that bad. It's not even that big a deal. The man pays rent at the house in Ethiopia. He should be able to have company. Who are you to tell your partner who they can and cannot have as company in the home that is supposedly the both of you all? You know, it doesn't make sense. She is a really incredibly toxic, fake, phony, narcissistic, manipulative, and controlling person that is in dire need of a mental health treatment plan. I say that with love. All of us could probably use a mental health treatment plan, but her level of need for these kinds of plans, it's kind of dire. Kind of dire.
I agree. The way that she makes her decisions are very self-centered, and I want to call her selfish and self-centered, but I feel like those words aren't severe enough for
No,
where she is in the state of it. It's just she doesn't think about other people and how her actions affect other people, including her son, and that's what scares me the most, because I see that she treats Biniyam like crap. Somebody tweeted me a meme of her where she said, "I don't give a f about your feelings or your masculinity or how you feel." She doesn't care about him. But what bothers me is she doesn't care how these actions could affect her son in the long term. And that's the most important person in this situation. And I just want her to mature and become a good mother who thinks about her son. And I just, like you said, if maybe a treatment plan could help. I definitely want to see what happens on the tell-all, because he did have a visa appointment and he was in studio at the tell-all, so that could be a good sign. So we're going to see exactly what happened there, and then we're going to come back for part 2 and talk about 2 more weddings, and then Ellie and Victor, because obviously there was no wedding there. All right, guys, so thank you for watching the podcast with us today. 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, Season 3, Episode 13. This is part 1. We're going to come back with part 2. Make sure you're live tweeting with us. Next week is the tell-all, and after that, 2 weeks from now, is the premiere of 90 Day Fiance. Before that, 90 days with all new couples. And I think I saw one familiar face. I won't ruin it for anyone if you didn't see the preview. But I can't wait to watch it. And we'll talk to you guys real soon.